Hi everyone, it's Andy from Ice from Moscow here again, day 2 Hard Rock Hell with Logan. Welcome.
Hello.
Now, on stage later today, 6 o'clock.
Yes, allow me to consult the Bible here. 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. I must have read it wrong then. Looking forward to it?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, very much so.
You've been here since yesterday, or just turned in this morning?
Just got here about half an hour ago, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the first thing he was thrown in deep end.
I've come all the way from Glasgow, so I must have travelled about 4,000 miles.
Obviously, we've come from Manchester and that felt long enough this morning, never mind you guys, because I think it took me 4 hours last time to get from Manchester to Glasgow for a conference I had to go to. So what, 6 hours?
Easy.
Something like that. Is this just a one-off gig, or has you got a few gigs around?
We've got one more before Christmas. We're supporting Gun in Glasgow. So we're looking forward to that. So 2 shows before the end of the year. Most of our time just now has been taken up with recording a new record.
Right. All finished recording?
A couple of wee touch-ups here and there to do, but we were listening to some of the mixes on the way up the road and we're absolutely delighted. Yeah, really happy. We're ecstatic without sounding, so just trying to unleash it.
So have you got an album title ready?
There's a couple of things getting bandied about.
Nothing confirmed as yet.
My favourite's Dirty Cowbells. There's a few others that nobody wants to share.
I was going to say you can say whatever you wish. But that's
not going to happen.
No, is that going to be one of those decisions after a few drinks later?
I think so.
Hopefully.
Yeah. We need inspiration. Hopefully we'll get that tonight.
From your usual set list, obviously from the shows you normally do, compared with the festival here, anything much changes?
We're doing about 50% old stuff and 50% stuff off the record, or maybe 60% old stuff and 40% off new stuff off the record. So yeah, it's a good mix. People recognise at least half the set list, and I'm sure they'll love the rest of it too.
Have you played most of the songs, the new songs from the new record, tried them out live before?
Never.
Is today's going to be the first time?
Anyone ever hears them.
Nervous?
Well, some of them have played.
Yeah,
very much so. Very much so.
I suppose if you listen to them on the way down and you're happy with the mix on the record, you must be a bit more keen.
Well, we're happy with them, but it's is everybody else going to be happy with them? And I suppose that's the worrying thing about any band that's released on your record.
Yeah, but I suppose from my band, I used to be in a bass in a band years ago, 10 years ago I think it was now, and as long as you guys were happy with the songs, because at the end of the day it's not people coming to see you, they're here for the festival, aren't they? So you should have some people that you know in the crowd, hopefully. So it's kind of like a win-win situation. If you get people that like the new stuff, bonus. If you don't, you've tried it, you've seen how things go, you know how you guys can interact with it on stage, see if it changes anything, if you want to change anything.
I tell you what, that's refreshingly optimistic. I like this guy.
I like the festival aspect of it. You're totally right. You can't please everyone at a festival. It's never going to happen. So you just
and it's obviously being 4 o'clock. It's quite early on from what you guys are probably used to. I mean, I don't know whether you rehearse in the afternoon or.
Well, we're usually just getting up out of bed at 4 o'clock. So
to be honest with you, I was actually thinking that, but
it's quite early for us. But no, it'll be good. I think that once we get in there, the lights will be down, people will be charged, and just unleash it and go.
Wonderful. Now, I ask a couple of normal questions. I don't have any questions, as you can see. 3 words that I'd express the Logan live sound.
Absolutely fucking magic.
There you go.
Well, that's as good as balls deep when they said fucking balls deep.
That's absolutely fucking magic for everything.
Perfect. Now, your last record, how long's that been out for?
Came out in 2010.
Right.
It's 5 years then.
Yeah, it came out in 2010. Didn't get the push we thought it might, and so we're just that's still there. We're going to, a lot of the songs from tonight's are from that record, so we're still kind of pushing that in conjunction with the new one. But no, we're happy with the songs.
And is there a track off the old record that people could find and listen to that you guys would kind of like epitomise what you do?
Off the old record, that's a good question. Like, the new stuff it's definitely different, isn't it? You can hear the difference. Obviously there's been line-up changes in the band.
Because obviously I'm assuming there isn't any music video or anything that people can hear for the new stuff.
Yeah, if you go there's plenty of music videos. Well, the new stuff, no.
The new stuff's lock and key just now. Yeah. It's from the old record, I guess probably the song that people would most associate with is When I Get Down, which is kind of like our anthem, as for our career so far anyway.
So from that track to now then, saying that the new record's has a different feel for it, how has it changed?
Well, we've gone through a lot of changes internally, and we're happy now with
not that you weren't happy before.
Not that we weren't happy before. I'm trying to be quite diplomatic, but we're ecstatic now with the way things are. We're all very, very happy, and and it's coming through in the music. I think there's a lot more positive energy when we're
Able to-
playing together.
Do you feel like you'll be able to enjoy it more on stage?
I think so.
Yeah, definitely. People who have heard it say it sounds fresher and kind of more, like Kenny said, just more positive. And although there's heavier songs that are heavier than anything we've ever done,
Right.
and songs that are a bit more, I would call upbeat and happy, positive.
And as before, we were absolutely miserable.
Well, to be honest with you, I was going to say there were some people that have been very quiet on this aspect.
We're the three new guys.
So we're new, so the old stuff kind of.
So we can't really talk about the past because we weren't
No,
here,
no.
but it's, certainly from our point of view, man, it's a good, recording the album. Everyone had a bit of input, and everyone's ideas were welcome, and that's some important shit. I think when you're trying to write music together, we've got to feel a part of that, and we all certainly feel a part of that.
So obviously with you three joining, had the songwriting process changed for the new record? Or was it-
Most of the stuff was written by Kenny and Mick, they're the kind of songwriting team. Max wrote a couple on the record as well, and then we all contributed to like one or two separate ones. But no, when I arrived, I was given demos of the songs that the two boys had
So
written.
that's all you're doing?
Well, that's what we're doing anyway, isn't it? But no, it was, the stuff was there, and then obviously our ideas have kind of gone into it to make it sound like a band.
During the time, kind of downtime, Kenny and I would meet up once a week, and we tried to make a mission of writing one song a week. So every Wednesday we would meet up, and we ended up calling it Hit Club. And every Wednesday night we wrote about, over the course of 18 months, we wrote about 30 songs.
Right.
And the input the guys have had has been incredible. Like we gave them the demos, and the songs have just grown 100% since the boys have put their stuff on.
Was it easy to reduce the tracks for the record?
No, it was a fucking nightmare, wasn't it?
It's still a bit of a nightmare.
So you're not tempted at some point in the future to release a B-side album of the
I
songs?
think everything's open. Yeah, I mean we've got a big bank of songs.
No, that I'm just trying to suggest. It's just difficult because it's the songs that you've written that you've put together as a collective, and then you've got to narrow it down to. I mean, I don't know how many songs you've got within 10, 12.
We've recorded about 15, haven't we? There's going to be, I don't know, 10, 11 or 12 on the record. So there's a couple that we maybe use later on. Yeah, of course.
I think one of our plans is with the excess songs, put out a full album in 5 or 6 months down the line, put out maybe an EP just to keep things ticking over. But that's again,
Just to keep
nothing's
tracking.
off limits, everything's up for discussion.
So apart from the gig, when's it the gig would go?
13th, Friday the 13th of December, Glasgow
13th.
ABC.
But when the Black Star Riders are playing in Manchester. That's the reason I know that stands out.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
And also back here in a few months playing the AOR2 festival.
Yes. We hopefully will be covering most of them because since we went on our own in February, we've been covering Hammerfest, we've covered AOR, so hopefully we'll be back. And if things well and your record is out by then,
I'm sure it will be, yeah. She will speak to us.
we will come and catch up and we'll find out how he feels since the whole process is finished and finalised. I'm assuming then from after AOR you're going to do a little tour, UK tour, try and
Nothing's concrete yet, we're making
But
plans.
you're
We're in the planning stages just now, but there will be things happening yet.
now make sure you come to Manchester.
Absolutely. It's one of my
Played there
favourite
with
places.
Tremonti in February and it was fucking astonishing.
Yeah, that's a good show. Actually, Tremonti was one of the best, probably
Do
the
you know
best show
something?
The crowd were awesome.
In the back of my mind, I knew I'd seen you guys somewhere before live, and I was there. That was the first gig I covered from
This
the
year.
mosh pit, Mike Brunson, because I was actually interviewing him. And I think I'd just finished interviewing when you guys came on, so I'd come down to catch the end of your set, and that's where it all makes sense now.
And the crowd, I mean, how good was the crowd that night? Manchester was. Edinburgh obviously is kind of close to our home country in Scotland, but Manchester was just off the hook. It was crazy.
Wonderful. Well, hope time. Well, later this afternoon goes well for you guys, and we'll catch up with you very soon when the album's ready.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, man.
Cheers.